Hey guys, Mitchy here. Like I've never said that before. Yeah, rolls eyes. Um, when I first made this channel, it was actually called Storytime Mitch. That's actually the Gmail. Um, it's kind of funny because it was like why don't I shouldn't even say it's funny, but um, I didn't know what I was gonna do with it. I was just like I don't know, and I just did a story, and then eventually said, you know what, I'm gonna do a kind of a coming out video and see if I can help some people, you know what I mean? And it just kind of like went on from there to just be like a little place for me to uh, get a little release and share things with the world. And I realized as I thought about my life, I started making a list. And it's not super long right now, but I spent like 3 minutes writing out things that have happened in my life. And I was like, you know, if I can come up with this in 3 minutes, I'm thinking this might be really interesting. So I want to talk about some of these things, and I'm going to try to make it pretty quick, but it's probably not going to be. That's why I only have those 3 minutes worth of things to talk about. So this is going to be life experiences, right? Things that have happened in my life, sharing my stories, all right? So here we go. The first one, I don't know if I talked about it before or not, but the first one is going to be ABDL related, and it is about the first time having your diaper changed by somebody else. And by the way, your diaper, like what I'm saying is when someone says that, it's just like, oh, like it's just if you know someone, don't be afraid to use those two words to them. Your diaper, okay? Trust me. Yeah, it implies ownership, okay, and it really puts a person in their place, okay? Yeah, the eyes go. So yeah, your diapers. Those are magical words right there. You can fit them in as many times as possible. It's quite appreciated. At least I would say most people would, unless they're that ashamed that they can't handle it. So, first time ever getting a diaper changed by somebody else, and that it's really a weird, strange thing. It's awkward, to say the least. I mean, seriously. I don't know what kind of a relationship a person is in their life that it's not a strange thing. But I guess it depends on how vanilla the other person is. If they're not super open to trying like crazy different things and like they're just doing it for you, so to say. And that would be what it was for me. And it came down to me having to say that I need this. I don't want to force you to do it, of course, but if you would do it for me, it would mean a lot to me, that kind of thing. So, you got to picture yourself there, because, you're like, okay, well, where is it? All right, well, it's right here. You have a diaper, and then you're like setting it down here, and then there's this phase where it's like, how do we figure this out? I mean, like, you're really, you're really big, and it's like, no, I'm little, But the reality is you're really big, and it's like, how do we do this? All right, well, we don't have a changing table, and even if we did, it's like, if it's like an awkward, it's so awkward. My point is, it's awkward. If you're a guy, you're probably gonna trying to think of the special words so I don't get in trouble. There's Mr. Happy that could happen. And it's probably going to happen, unfortunately, in a situation like that. It's a very intimate situation. You know what I'm saying? And normally under those circumstances where you're taking clothes off or something, it's followed up by something intimate between two people, which is a beautiful, lovely thing. I'm not knocking it. So there I am, and I'm like, no, you just do it. And the thing, you kind of grab like a plush animal, like your stuffy. I have my Fox Vixie, and I grabbed her, and I was just kind of like, just kind of like, but the whole time it was kind of like, it's kind of like almost like, well, yeah, you got to do this, you got to do that. No, that's the wrong way. All of that happened in that. Like, it was just kind of like, it's like, I don't even know how this works. It's like, it was a hilarious situation. And it's not magical, okay? So people that have these fantasies, fantasies are fantasies, and they can come true to a point, okay? Don't think that they can't. But your first time having a diaper changed by somebody else is going to be, it's going to be strange to say the least, okay? There's a breaking through period, is what I would say, and you get through that. Like, the first time is just kind of like strange, and as you do that a couple more times, it starts to get less of a strange thing, and you can, like, it just becomes like just something that you do, like, and it can be enjoyable at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the beginning, it can be actually frightening, even though it's really what you want to have happen to you. And we've been able to get to a point where, if other people are seeing it, which doesn't happen, this is a private thing, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that can be done, and it's not a big deal now. You know what I'm saying? It started out being like this big deal. Now, in a way, it's still a big deal to me. Okay, it means a lot to me. Okay. But what I mean is, it's not a big deal to have have it done. Like, it's not like, oh my God, we're doing this again. It's just kind of like, yeah, all right, I'll do it for you, no problem. All right, or like, but then there's that thought in my head that it could be. So, I know I didn't go into a whole lot of details about that one, but it's because I don't want to be, I don't want to give you a play-by-play. And it's hard to, honestly. It's kind of hard to be honest. But let's just say that it's a very awkward, strange situation that has happened. And you break through to a period in which it's no longer awkward. Gotcha? All right? Got me? And it depends on the like I said, the relationship. So let's move on. Let's move down a list. I don't want to take forever here. What was my number 2? Okay. In the 90s, we would go to the goth night at the club in Philadelphia. Shampoo. It was Wednesdays. They had their goth club night. Listen to industrial, gothic music. DJ Knobhead represent. Yeah, DJ Knobhead, man. Very cool guy. He still has his website. If you do a search for DJ Knobhead, you can find his website. It's so old, and it still exists to this day, which is really cool. I hope he's able to have it stay there forever. I should, actually, guys, go find DJ Knobhead, who DJ'd the Gothic Nights at the Shampoo, and just download that. Okay? You're saving an old retro, save that. Okay? That's a piece of history. That's a whole nother topic, talking about old websites. You know what I'm saying? Like, that are just, like, they stood the test of time. No one got rid of them. Like the hosts, whether it be free hosting or whatever, it stayed. It worked. It's still here. It's a piece of history. So DJ Knobhead, Club Shampoo, me and my friend Joey, who you didn't get to see, another childhood friend, we went to elementary school together. Him and me and his girlfriend were on our way to Philadelphia to go to the club. All right? We're driving my Ford Probe. I love Ford Probes. They're not very good cars, okay? But I love it, right? So we're driving. I'm driving, and Joey and his girlfriend are in the back, okay? This is under 21. So I don't remember how old we were exactly at the time this happened. But we were under 21, and she was considered a minor. I would think me and Joey, I think we were over 18. I don't think we were considered minors. So she was in an awkward situation throughout that whole thing, which we probably shouldn't talk about. But there was no super huge age gap or anything weird going on like that, okay? Trust me, there wasn't. If there was, I would admit it. There wasn't. They're canoodling in the back, all right? And I'm driving to the club, no problem. Very stupid situation if you think about it. Just lonely Mitch driving to the club with the two in the back, right? So, we're driving, and they look back, and they see this helicopter, okay? And we're on 422 or the Schuylkill Expressway. I don't know if it's still considered 422, or, we're heading into Philadelphia. And this helicopter it's following us. Now everybody's probably like, what? We make the turn at the exit then that is like the exit for the club. And as soon as I got off the exit, there's like 6 or 7 cop cars, and we're all like, they're all blocked and like forcing us over to the side. And they're like, it was like insane, okay? Like, they had guns. This is a true story, guys. And as soon as they saw us, like the cop that came up, as soon as he saw us, he was like, he had this look on his face, like, we don't know all the details. And this night doesn't end well either. Okay? Trust me, this night doesn't end well. I don't have all the details. Someone committed a crime, okay? And they were looking for my car, basically. But it wasn't us. I don't know who it was, but they got the wrong people, and they knew it. But because Joey's girlfriend was so young, they took her. They actually took her, even though we were all wearing gothic clothes, and Club Shampoo was like, I could see it. I could see the building. And the cops are like, we're going after, she's underage, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, we're going to the nightclub, dude. The nightclub. Under 21 night. Like, there's, like, we saw a struggle. The helicopter saw a struggle in the back of the car, and there's blah, 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 blah. I mean, like, so, needless to say, instead of having a fun night of listening to gothic music from DJ Knobhead, has a website, by the way, me and Joey were stuck there trying to get a hold of her mom. I'm pretty sure we had cell phones. We probably had Singular Wireless, Nokia cell phones. And we're like calling her mom, her parents, and be like, the cops just took your daughter, and like, what? Like, and then we had to go down to the station. And I think, if I remember correctly, they let us take her, but it was like a long process. Like, basically the cops were just being a-holes, okay? It was a messed up situation. So, no nightclub, just us having to, like, deal with this crap, and then we just had to go back home. It sucked. That is just, crazy. Alright, we're going to be on to number 3. How many more can we do? How long has it been? I don't know. Alright. So I've been a DJ for a very long time, but I'm not a very good one. Okay. So, you know how there's all these guys that are like, I'm a DJ, and I'm cool, and I'm hip, and blah, 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 blah. I suck. Okay. I'm not the best DJ around. I'm really not. But I play a variety. A lot of DJs have always done, like, specific things, but I can do anything. You know what I mean? If someone's like, we're going to host a country party, I can be like, yeah, all right, got my country songs right here. You know, no problem. You know, we really want to metal. We have all these, we have a motorcycle club, Reading Motorcycle Club. You know, we're going to, oh, sure, I'll do that, no problem. I can do anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do it perfect, but I can do it. Now, this story actually is not about my history DJing. It's about, I was working at a nightclub and playing reggaeton music. And I was actually one of the longer running DJs there. And I'm not going to name the club or anything, but I was there for a while, like, long time. They had the guy that the bartender would do the fire stuff. So he would actually, like, juggle, like, fire and crazy crap back there. He was like a gimmick to kind of, like, get people to really get involved, like come and see this, really try to get people. They were pulling out all the stops, right? So I had my camera there, and I'm up there DJing, and as I was DJing, I noticed him doing his fire stuff, and I'm like, oh. So I whipped my camera out and started filming him, right? And so the bartender's doing it, and he knows that I'm filming him. He sees it, right? So he goes with he's got, and they're using alcohol too, like vodka or something. And he takes it and he goes, okay, at me, at the camera, okay? And I'm here like this, right? All of a sudden, it's not this arm actually, it's this arm. It's right here. I have a scar still from it. The vodka or whatever that was flaming, okay, went on me, and I was like burning my skin, and I've never. It was very painful, and I put it out immediately. It wasn't like hard to put out or anything, but I was just kind of like. So my reaction to this was, I was just so like in shock that I hit the mic for a second, and I'm like, I'm on fire, and like the crowd was like, yeah, he's on fire, like I'm awesome, I'm on fire. No, I'm on fire. Oh man, needless to say, that was awful. I mean, the scar is pretty darn, like, one of the most visible scars that I still have. Like, it was crazy. And, going to the club owner and being like, do you see this? He blew fire at me. And I'm pretty sure that scored me some points, if you know what I'm talking about, because I got hit. You know what I mean? I could have made a big deal out of that. I'm not that kind of guy. Okay, this whole suit crazy thing that people do is craziness. If I wanted to be that guy, I could probably be rich, or I probably could have made money off of that. But it healed. I'm fine. Okay, there are things that matter and things that you can live, you can shrug off. Probably got me some extra DJ gigs. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? And that's my story of how I got caught on fire while DJing reggaeton music at a nightclub, which you could only just picture this in your head. It happened. This is a real story. These are the things that have actually happened to me. I'm going to do one more. I think I might have enough time. I don't know how much I've been recording for, but all right, one more. Danny. Danny was on the MTV special, but he was very, you could tell, like, he was just kind of like aloof, because he was like, oh, I don't know about this. But he did come to show himself and they interviewed him and included none of that on the MTV show, which doesn't surprise me because of what he said, because apparently he did a long spiel about old computers and like Doom and Duke Nukem, and was talking about, like, he was just doing anything he could to not have to get like as much film time. He was just kind of like, all right, fine, I'm here. And I'm just kind of pissed off because it upsets me a little, because Danny is one of my good childhood friends. He really is. You never get to see him just because he doesn't want to be on camera. Can you blame him? Hey. But he's a good friend. So, I first met Danny when we decided to go to, with my parents and everything. They wanted me to go to like a camp, like a summer camp kind of thing, but not actually go to camp. So I went to Camp Tons of Fun. So the YMCA it's like a day camp thing. You don't spend the night or anything like that. You would go to the YMCA and they would do activities and things. And when I was there, we were having lunch, and I was alone, and I saw Danny and he was alone. So I just walked over and talked to him. I want to tell you right now, guys, if you're young or old, if you're looking for a friend, there's one thing that you need to do. Go over to that person and talk to them, okay? We didn't have an instant friendship there. That wasn't it. That wasn't our instant friendship. But we were talking about things, shared our interests that were into nerdy stuff. And then he would start bringing nerdy things in, like walkie-talkies and stuff, all that old school stuff. So we were out in the woods doing walkie-talkies, blah, 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 blah. But that's not the thing that really sticks in my mind about Danny. No. See, at the YMCA, they have an indoor pool. And, part of Camp Tons of Fun, we would go to the pool and stuff like that. Just another activity to do. So we go to the pool and this and that. We're messing around, blah, blah. And then you have the locker rooms there, right? So we're in the locker room. And Danny is in there. And he takes his swimming trunks off. And then he gets on top of the changing, stool thing, whatever you want to call it. And he starts just swinging it around and just dancing. That's what he did. Yeah, he did that. And he's going to be really mad if he ever sees this video. But he's not, because he doesn't watch everything that I put out. Haha, he'll never know. Don't tell him I told you that. So, when I saw that, I was kind of like, I was kind of horrified, to be honest with you. I couldn't believe that he would do that. I mean, he wasn't embarrassed about anything like he is now. I would say now Danny's afraid of everything and embarrassed by everything. He was actually the kind of kid that would bring a fanny pack, the hip pouches, right? And there would be Band-Aids in there and stuff. Yes, that's the kind of kid he was. Yet in that locker room, he got up and he strutted his stuff. And it was horrible. So Camp Tons of Fun ended. The story is basically over. But let's just say that months later, we got back in touch on the phone. And we just became friends. It's a magical thing. It really is. Alright, so that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed the stories. That was 3 minutes worth, okay? I know the video was a lot longer than that. But that was 3 minutes worth of Mitch's life stories. If you would like to continue hearing about my life stories, I can definitely shoot out more of these videos. And if you hate it, please comment below that you hate it. I'll accept both. Really, it's okay. It's not going to hurt me. Well, maybe a little. But I have more stories where that came from. Many more. So, let me know what you want. Peace.